What is up there, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Snoopston, and in this week in Destiny we had the drop of patch 1.015 to the dismay of many people. It included changes to the loot cave, it included changes to the rewards from the Queen's bounty missions, and we also had some talk from the devs about changing some of the exotic weapons, namely Bad Juju and Thorn, and we also had some other talk about the future of the game. So one of the major things that happens in this week in Destiny in patch 1.015 is the nerfing of loot cave. So what Bungie have said is this: the social experience of a cave farming run is amazing. The herding to get a team of guardians all behind the line and firing in the right direction, the rush to grab the loot, the scramble when the panic wave starts, the beckoning glow from inside the cave. The speed at which the community organised around this activity was inspiring and humbling to us. But shooting a black hole for hours on end isn't our dream of how Destiny is played. Our hope is that social engagement in public spaces is only one part of the Destiny experience. Expect changes soon which decrease the efficiency of cave farming and correspondingly increase engram drops from completing activities. They then, in the patch, they then nerfed the cave spawns down from, so they used to spawn at 6-second intervals, they now have been nerfed up to 40-second intervals, which means while farming is still possible, it's nowhere near as lucrative as it was before, which for some people is a shame. Now, my opinion is, I don't think farming was this kind of farming, so let me be very specific on what I feel that this kind of farming is. For me, this kind of farming is exploiting a spawn mechanic that wasn't intended to be done this way. So for me, that's an exploit and isn't really legitimately farming. Now, farming a strike for items, that's farming. Farming Vanguard, farming patrol missions for Vanguard rep, that's farming. But this isn't considered farming to me, so I think they've done a good job changing it. Even though I'll admit I spent lots and lots of time there myself. Now, the next thing to change this week in the patch is another thing that is quite big, and to be honest, I'm a bit more annoyed about this one. So basically what Bungie have done here is they have recently introduced the Queen's Wrath event, which allows you to do extra bounties for semi-challenging missions for the Queen, which reward you with legendary items. Now, before this patch, these legendary items were allowing you to break them down into ascended materials, or legendary crafting materials, to be able to upgrade those exotics and legendaries to be able to get a higher light level. Now, what this patch has done is made it so they no longer give out these legendary crafting materials or upgrade materials. And to be honest, I don't think that's very fair. I think they've completely sort of taken the legitimacy away from the Queen's, the whole Queen event. I mean, there's no point for me personally to do it anymore. I've got the legendary sniper rifle. The gear's no better than what I've got already. So they've essentially just killed the event for me. Now, if you guys have an opinion on this, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what the whole Destiny community is saying on the whole. And yeah, that's that. No more legendary crafting materials. Boo-hoo. So, in a recent dev update, Bungie have gone on to say certain things about exotic weapons. For example, the Thorn and Bad Juju have been underperforming as far as they're aware, and I haven't actually got either of those yet, so I can't really comment on that, although I am doing the exotic bounty for Bad Juju. But it's nice to see them taking hints from the community and listening to what we have to say and trying to improve things on that. It looks like there's going to be an auto rifle nerf coming in and a scout rifle buff coming in, and also maybe a shotgun nerf as well. It's all good to see these sort of things get sorted out, but I'd also like to see a bit more diversity to the end game maybe. But we'll see how they go in the future with these sort of things. Another thing that was talked about was strikes, and saying how they were a little bit more challenging than they originally designed, and hence that made them a bit more grindy. Now, I don't know whether I agree with that. I think strikes are face roll, but once you get to a certain level of gear, I suppose that's just the way it's going to be. And last but not least, our good old friend Xur, Agent of the Nine, is back in town with some new items. Now he has Crest of the Alpha Loopy, which is a Titan chest plate for 13 strange coins. He has the Knucklehead Radar helmet for Hunters, which is at 13 strange coins. And he has the Apotheosis Veil for Warlocks, which is 13 strange coins. Now this next thing is absolutely amazing. He has Soros Regime, aka the exotic auto rifle. I was so happy to get this. And he's also selling an exotic helmet engram for 23 modes of light. I've been Snoopston, you've watched This Week in Destiny, and I'll see you next time.